Hey, so this is Awesome Arcades. Just a quick video to show you how to set up your new machine. And so when you get it, there's going to be a power cord and two keys zip tied to one of the joysticks. Take that power cord, plug it in. Where it plugs in, there's an on-off switch. Go ahead and turn it on, and then take that key. On the front of the game down here, there's a coin door. You're going to open that, reach your hand inside, pop these two latches, lift up the lid. It's got these two little locking devices. So go ahead and lock those out. When you close it, don't force this down. Just make sure you guide these gently, and this will close right down. I've seen some people that kind of force it down, and these will bow out. You don't want that. Inside, you're going to see this. I'll show you over here what that looks like up close. So this is your JAMMA harness. This is the 1162 game board. On the harness, you're going to notice that there are black, red, and yellow, a space, and then a bunch of wires. Over here on your board, you're going to see some teeth, a little key cut out, and a bunch of other teeth. You're going to match up this to that. So you take this, press that down on there. So I'll go over here and show you what that looks like. Now, while we're looking at the board, one thing I'll point out, this is your setup button. Get familiar with that. You'll need it in a second. You hear that click sound? So when you turn the machine on the screen, before the games start playing, there will be something on the screen that flashes Enter Setup. When it says that, you're going to press that button, and that's how you're going to set up your board. So inside, the first thing you're going to see is this. This is your VGA cable for the monitor. Look over here on the board. You see that? Pretty standard. You can screw those down so that doesn't come unplugged. Next thing you're going to have is this. This is your trackball setup. These wires are all cleaned up, by the way. I'm just kind of showing you for the video. But those will all be tucked away. But you see that? That's your trackball plug-in. So you'll notice on the trackball plug-in that it's got a little notch on the top. And then in the hole, there's a little notch on the top. I don't know how well you can see that, but to plug that in, put that on there. Let me get this right here. And that's how you plug it in. The last thing is the harness, as I'd mentioned. Black, red, yellow. I'm also going to have it marked off. Don't plug this in backwards. It'll send power to the wrong part of the board, which is not good for the board. And so that is going to be pushed onto there. Now, when you go to push it on, it is tight. You want it to be tight. You don't want it loose, so that slides off on accident. So you push that, just kind of guide it on there. And then using your forefinger and your thumb on the harness, kind of press that down there. Okay, you see that green light? That means it's on. Now keep your finger on the button, because on the screen now, you're going to see something that says Enter Setup. So you'll see those little elves, then there, it just said Enter Setup. And so if you missed that, it just said it right there. When it says that, go ahead and press that little black button on the board that I talked to you about. Okay. Go ahead and close the lid, and then you'll notice on the screen here that you are in the setup menu. And so JAMMA IO test, if you press that, you can test the joystick. You can go up, down, left, right, press all the buttons and make sure they work. You want to make sure that this cabinet is set up in cocktail mode, not upright. In cocktail mode, it just means if you choose two players on a game like Frogger, it'll flip. So it'll play on this side, and then the second player, the screen will rotate and flip for the opposing side. So make sure it's set up on cocktail as a default. Under coin settings, and so to enter that, you just press, what does it say here? Press the one player start, coin settings. So coin mode, 1 coin, 1 credit, coin recycling, free play. That's what you want. It's already set up on free play for me, but if you go down there to free play, it says down here to change it, you press the C button. So 1 player start, 2 player start, A, B, and C. And so if you want to see what that looks like, we're pressing the C button here. Changes it from free play, no, back to yes. And then to save it, you press the 1 player start button. This will take a couple of seconds. And then to exit out of this, you're just going to go to the exit part, and I believe it's the 1 player start button again. And that's going to take you out of the setup menu, back into the games. Now, while it is in coin operated mode, if you want to leave it in coin operated mode, there is a little switch on the inside of the coin door that you could tap if you want And I'm wearing a head-mounted camera. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little switch here that you can tap that'll add credits if you want. So if the board is in coin op mode, you want to add a couple of credits, just open this and tap it. Basically, as you drop a coin through the coin slot, the weight of the coin presses down on that spring as the coins drop into the coin box there. So every time you tap that, it would add a credit if you want to leave it in coin operated mode. And so we're back up here, exit, go up to exit, press the one player start button to get out of the menu screen, out of the setup screen, back to the game selection screen. Now, once you're here, to enter a game, you just press start. Now, just remember, if you want to exit out of a game, press and hold the one player start button for 3 seconds. When you do that, a window is going to pop up. It'll say continue or exit. So you could pause the game and go back in and keep playing, or you could exit the game in the middle of play. And then if you want to change from, this is the vertical side of the game. And so basically this is the 1162 board. It has 412 vertical games. Vertical games are the games that play this way. And it has 750 horizontal games. Horizontal games are these side scroll games. If you want to change where you're sitting and you want the screen to flip from this way over to this way, you just press and release the B button. Doing that will flip the screen. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. 408-649-0410.